Hello, welcome, Marlon here. Today's video is a nod to all the unicorn craziness that happened this year. There were unicorns everywhere, and this cake is dedicated to all of you Christmas babies out there that have to share your birthday with this huge holiday. I tried to combine a very popular trend with this holiday, and so I made a unicorn Christmas tree. I hope you enjoy the step-by-step tutorial. I was able to make all my decorations in advance so that decorating day would be stress-free. I made my little unicorn heads, an assortment of flowers, of shiny stars, and then I was ready to assemble my cake. I'm going to get my cake onto the board there. Here is my Christmas tree cake, and you see here the edge. This is the back of the cake, and it's a bit rounded, you see? Just that's what happens when you bake a cake. And so I'm just adding some buttercream underneath, and this will help with the fact that it's not level, you see? And now I can flip it over onto the cake board and press it down, and the excess will ooze out, and it'll kind of hide that little edge that wasn't connecting to the cake board. It's a little bit of a fix there when things aren't going exactly the way we want. And now the rest of the cake I'm going to crumb coat in teal icing. So I'm just adding a bit of icing here. I'm working on a frozen cake. This is a cake mix, and cake mix can be quite tricky. It does make a lot of crumbs, and so I'm going to try to work fast before it thaws. When you're working with a soft cake, freezing it is a good option, so then you don't have to worry about it squishing and getting away from you. You're basically frosting a big ice cube, and it'll allow you to work more easily. But you have to work fast. Cake thaws out very quickly. All right. The crumb coat is done, and we're going to pop this in the fridge to set up. I'm adding a generous amount of icing here on the side, and then I'm going to comb it off with my cake or my icing comb. So add a good amount because a lot of it is going to be scraped off. There. And I'm using my icing comb there. I'm going to be, see where the cake is exposed, that's going to be, I'm going to be adding something else there, so don't worry about it. And now let's just coat the whole cake here, the top. So first thing, oh, the top doesn't have enough icing. There. Okay. So I'm just going to fix the point there. I didn't have a nice point before. All right. Now I'm going to start, let's go right down the middle. Like that. You see that's a little speck of butter, I'm not worrying about that. And now here I'm going to go like that. And then on this side. And that's it. I'm not going to do anything else. I'm just going to kind of leave it with these lines. Okay, so not everybody's handy with a spatula. One of the easiest ways to get the icing on is with a piping bag. All I'm doing here is up and down. There. And now for the top view, my bag is going to rupture. You see how tight it is there? I'm gonna put my hand to kind of reduce the chance of that happening. And there, I've got the trunk on, and I'm just going to gently smooth that out. And there's the trunk of the tree. Very simple, just using the spatula to pull down. And now I'm adding a ruffle right where kind of like the sections of the tree end. And I'm starting here and I'm hiding this ugliness here. I'm going to hide that and just work my way across the cake. And finally at the bottom here, I'm going to actually fill in all this area so that when you look under, it looks like a big ruffle. Just like that. You see, it kind of looks like, we see these kind of cakes with this effect. And now, because I have that underneath, I can come in on the top and you see, that'll finish off the bottom. I hide my seam between the brown and the teal. And there's the under of the cake. This is the magic stuff, Glad Press and Seal. Just makes life easier. There's one side that's stickier than the other. So put the sticky side up, and we've got that on the work surface. And I'm working in 4 colors today. I'm going to start with, let's start with the purple. Got it in a piping bag, just makes it easier getting it on the plastic here. And I'm just adding a fat line of purple icing here. I'm not going to do rainbow just because I want to separate. If I put the pink next to the purple, it's not going to be as visible as if I put it next to the yellow. So I'm putting yellow to separate the pink and purple. And lastly, I'm going to do some blue on the other side there. And there are my 4 colors, and I'm just going to roll this and make a cylinder, and I'll be able to easily pop this into my piping bag, and it'll give me a marbled kind of rainbow-ish effect when I pipe. You see, you get all the colors. All right, I've got my ruffles on, and now I'm going to, right at the seam, add my rainbow. You see this? And you can rotate the bag just so that some shows more or less of the color. And I'm just doing a shell where the thing meets, where the ruffle meets the teal. Just like that. And you repeat that on every section. And now my final. Important to add your decorations while the cake is freshly iced, or else it's not going to squish nicely into the icing. I made 2 stars. One is a little bit more kind of gaudy than the other. I think I'm going to go with the simple one since there's a lot going on here. And I'm squishing my star in. I'm just going to put a little dollop of icing right here just to support. There we go. Okay, so for the top layer, here, let's do a star here, a little flower. So we're not forgetting there's going to be the unicorn in the middle. So you can kind of add your elements. So like that. And at the top here, I'm adding a unicorn like that. And here I'm going to have two. So I'm starting in the center with my flowers, and then the unicorns will be on either side. So like that. Unicorn here, a little star, another unicorn. Just add your little elements as you see fit. Flower here. And now for the bottom. The bottom is a unicorn in the middle there, and just have fun with this part, you know? Just add all your elements. So now if you have stuff left, you can kind of take it down the sides if you want, you know? Once you know you're good for the top of the cake, then you can kind of take your decorations down. If you have any left, you may as well use them up. Okay. And now I'm just going to add a few little sprinkles on my cake here. There. And the final step, I'm going to switch out my piping tip, my star in my rainbow bag, to a smaller star. And we're going to go over all our unicorns here and add a little mane. You see here where the horn and the head, I'm just adding. There. There's our little unicorn tree. And here is the completed cake once again. This cake came together so quickly once I had the decorations made, and you can make those well in advance. You tuck them away for the day you're going to decorate, and voila, you're going to have a gorgeous cake and a really happy little birthday person. I don't want to say girl, because now everybody's doing whatever they want to do. There's no more gender stereotypes. And so I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future uploads. Thanks so much for watching. Merry Christmas and happy birthday. And I'll see you next time.